Hey guys, first regardsman here, and I'll be talking about a Melta Rifle tactical build for Siege mode and also operations on patch 9.0 of Space Marine 2. Now this is actually a deceptively strong build. The Melta Rifle can push to like wave 25 plus fairly easily because it actually does a lot with the new range variant buff, because this one's damage fall off is now very powerful. It gives you a ton of value per shot, and the old firepower variant also got buffed to be a rate of fire variant, but this one is not remotely as good because fire rate doesn't matter as much on the Melta Rifles like proper range and value per shot. Now for the perk tree, I do take decisive reload first. Performing a finisher on a Majoris level or higher enemy of this weapon restores ammo by 1. This is an amazing ammo economy perk, even on top of things like Emperor's Vengeance, which do read killing a Majoris level or higher enemy restores your primary weapon's ammo by 1 magazine. Cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity. Cooldown is 30 seconds. This is a very powerful perk, helps us a ton in the gameplay, but this stack decisive reload really helps us as well, because the biggest problem with this gun in particular, or this variant, is that our ammo capacity is not super high, and our magazine capacity is lower than, say, the ammo reserve option, so we're actually getting less value per Emperor's Vengeance trigger. We're only getting 6 shots out of this versus 10. But despite that, it's still very powerful, and the next perk I take here is Rapid Health. When your health is below 30%, killing 7 enemies in rapid succession restores health by 10%. This perk is like the only healing you're going to find on the tactical period. It's also very easy to pull off on a Melta Rifle, because the Melta Rifle just purges little tiny guys. Very, very easy to pull off, so very strong perk option. Next perk here is God Tier Trick Shot. Killing 5 enemies with 1 shot restores an armor segment. Cooldown is 30 seconds. Armor restore is very hard to come by on the tactical class outside of things like recoupment with the like the bolt weapons, and this is pretty much the only other option. So very, very powerful, and this one actually comes into play all the time, especially in Siege mode where there's just so many enemies, and the range variant is very good at just like punching right through them. So very strong perk. Next perk here is Great Might. Moving over into the next perk here, Divine Might, for a flat damage increase. Then we pick up the extended magazine perk, which will take our magazine capacity from 5 to 6. Then we move over here into First Shot, and then we just pick up the perk extend here, Retaliation, for bonus damage and a little bit of a fire rate increase, Perpetual Fire. But like honestly, these perks here don't do a ton, but this gun is still powerful regardless, just because of things like Trick Shot and the Stagger and Horde Clear. Now for the secondary weapon selection, I do once again take a rate of fire plasma pistol. This weapon did get buffed in patch 9.0 and now charges up stupidly fast and has a ton of value for every class, but especially on us because we have the perk over here, Plasma Boost. When plasma weapons are 30% overheated, their damage increases by 40% and their charge shots use 1 less energy. It is very easy to reach a 30% overheat on the new rate of fire variant, and having more ammo efficiency helps us a ton, especially since we also have perks down here like Skill Supplier. Ammo reserve increases by 15%, which do affect our secondary as well as our primary. That makes us even more ammo efficient on top of this perk, and honestly the DPS output of the rate of fire plasma pistol is just amazing, especially if you stack it on bosses with stuff like Concentrated Fire. Very strong option, which is why I pretty much always take it on this class. And for the perk tree selection, I just build all ammo economy, because ammo economy is like the most important thing on this gun, because that's like the only thing holding it back. Now for the melee weapon selection, I do take a Relic Tier Block Chainsword, because despite only having 1 speed, when we stack this with Battle Focus, we can 1 combo most Majoris in the game, and also getting Adrenaline Surge charges for armor regen versus Majoris, Extremis, and Terminus is very, very strong on the tactical class especially. He does struggle at times with armor regen, this can help with that a lot, and pairing Minoris is by no means worthless, especially versus Chaos, but I just value this one significantly more. Now for the perk tree selection, I just pick up Perpetual Strength, moving into Swift Recovery. Then I pick up the damage perks here and the Stomp Area of Effect Radius, because light combos are not very strong for us. Then move down here into Heavy Onslaught for even more heavy attack damage. Pick up Full Throttle for the combo skip, and then pick up Extremis Slayer to do even more Extremis damage, because really that's what this is actually best at. Now if you do want to take a balanced or fencing version, you can, and I would pick up the perks like this. I just switched over from Swift Recovery down here into Perpetual Strength and move down to Saw Blade, and just pick up the perk here, Combined Onslaught, for more light attack damage. Pick up Full Throttle for the combo skip, and then move down the same way, except this time we grab Momentum Gain, which is each consecutive light attack increases light attack melee damage by 3% up to 30% for 3 seconds, which is very valuable on the fast speed of the fencing and balance version, because we actually get our light attacks off a lot more. So pretty strong option here if you want to use this, and it's the same for both of these. Now for the perk tree selection, I do pick up Plasma Boost first. When plasma weapons are 30% overheated, their damage increases by 40%, their charge shots use 1 less energy. Like I mentioned before, this weapon perk is just super valuable for our plasma pistol, and balanced distribution, giving us 10% more damage on a Melta Rifle with 10% less damage on our secondary, is not remotely worth it, because the Melta Rifle is really more of like an AoE cleaving horde clear weapon rather than like a direct damage weapon. It does help sometimes, but this one's just way better for us, and this one does literally nothing for us, so pretty much always take this on this build. Next perk is Heightened Vigor. After a perfectly timed parry, block, or dodge, you deal 10% more melee and gun strike damage, do not lose control upon taking heavy hits, and cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. 10% more melee and gun strike damage is very strong, period, and no knockback will actually save your life, especially in siege mode where there is so much shit knocking you around, so pretty much always take this option there. These two just don't even come close. Next perk here is Emperor's Vengeance. Killing a Majora's level or higher enemy restores your primary weapon's ammo by 1 magazine, cannot exceed maximum ammo capacity, cooldown is 30 seconds. Ammo economy in the siege mode is very important, unless you're using like a grenade launcher where you get like full value from spare power. This perk can really save your life and save you a ton of requisition points by letting you buy things like Guardian Relics instead, and even Stims. And if you're playing on operations, I will mention that Emperor's Judgment can be very strong as well, because getting 20% more range damage and a free finisher reload is very strong in the Melta Rifle, because the Melta Rifle does have a stupidly long reload speed, so pretty strong in operations where ammo is more prevalent, but in siege mode I would just take this. And for the team perk selection, I would just take Secure Stockpile. Equipment charge is destroyed by 1 for all squad members, cooldown is 60 seconds. This is like the single best team perk in the whole game right now. 60-second shock grenades, melta bombs, crack grenades are just invaluable, especially in siege mode. If you're trying to make like any type of meta comp, just pick this up. This also grants equipment charge to things like Bulwark that usually have none on their own, so just a top tier perk, period. Next perk is Vital Data. Scanning extremis or terminus level enemy restores Auspex scans charged by 50%. This perk is very valuable in siege mode where there are so many extremis and terminus running around. Also, it has a pretty interesting interaction that I've only really seen in operations, which is that battle focus can actually trigger the Vital Data perk if you happen to scan like an extremis guy, like a Lictor or something with it. I haven't really seen that happen in siege mode, but it does happen at times in operations, so pretty powerful combo there. Now, next perk I take is Battle Focus. A perfectly timed parry or block gives the parried enemy a mark from Auspex scan. This is really strong with the blockchain sword, or really any weapon, to be honest. Though if you're playing like a coordinated team, precise calibration for an extra 75% damage on your Auspex scan can help you nuke bosses significantly more, but Battle Focus of the randoms I think is just the way to go. Next perk here is Concentrated Fire. Auspex scan zone lasts 60% longer, and enemies marked by Auspex scan take an additional 120% damage, but they lose the mark when they leave the scanned area. While having a 60% longer Auspex scan means our Auspex scans are worth more, and they also take more damage on top of that. So very strong, kind of obnoxious to play around the area at times, but if you play with it properly, it's really not too bad. Next perk here for the signature tree is Radiating Impact. A melee finisher additionally deals significant area of effect damage in a 10-meter radius. Cooldown is 90 seconds. This perk is stupidly strong at times, especially in siege mode where you can just outright save your life. Very strong option. I pretty much always take this. The perk up here, Signal Jammer, does literally nothing in siege mode. It also just sucks, period. And Marked for Death has completely been power creeped in this game because there's just too many Majoras or Extremis enemies in this game for a 120-second cooldown perk to be worth basically anything anymore. So this perk just way better. Now for the Prestige perk selection, I do take the Skill Supplier perk first, and reserve increases by 15% because this is like the only perk that's actually valuable that we can take for the 4 we're going to be choosing today. Because first of all, Acuity does literally nothing for us on this build because we have a Plasma Pistol and a Melta Rifle, so worthless perk here. Second Look is completely worthless for Concentrated Fire because Good Luck actually missing your Auspex scan. Let's like shoot it into the sky, pretty terrible perk for us. And then Spare Power here is a must-have because collecting an ammo box restores ability charge by 25%. In siege mode, you can just spam Auspexes with this. Very, very strong if you camp boxes, so I pretty much always take this for that. Resilience, Medicae Sims restore 40% more health. This just saves you some requisition points. It just makes your Sims more valuable for both operations and siege mode, so very strong option here. And Fortitude, health increases by 15%. This is like the single most mandatory perk because this one will just outright like save your life and prevent you from getting damage nuked in this game, so pretty much always take Fortitude. It's like the only tank perk on tactical, period, and this guy is pretty squishy, so you do kind of have to just take this perk if you want to live. Like, that's the unfortunate truth, but Fortitude is that valuable, and Exigency charge sucks. But that's pretty much all there is to the weapon setup and perk tree setup for this build on the tactical class. This is shockingly effective versus both Chaos and Tyranids in patch 9.0. It's also a ton of fun to play, so hopefully this build guide helped, and if you like content like this, subscribe for more, and as always, thanks for watching. I can also get full benefit out of my next boom that comes out.
Destroy the Scoreboard. Raven it down. We must eliminate high priority enemies. Fresh magazine in. Controlling the battle means removing priority enemies.
That's what we wanted.
All specs prime. Disgusting Tyranid scum. Do not let the stronger French overwhelm. Half visual income. Throwing shock grenade. Now see your fire formers.
Here.
Changing magazine.
Let's wrap around again.
Shock grenade. Loot. All specs deep scan ready. Small bombs incoming. Steam injection administered.
Alright, I just need to get to my fucking ammo box so I can actually...
Neutralize the major
If it does that again to me, I'm about to crash out because it keeps eating my fucking parry. That's an annoying bug.
Exterminate.
Alright.
Commencing all specs scan. Swapping magazine. Prioritize
There we
the
go.
object.
Finally. Having my parry eaten like 3 times in a row in the Victor is not cool. But what are you gonna do?
We have slain big
Should be a lot easier now.
high-profile targets.
Getting sniped into a Carnifex shot though was not epic. Can't say it was. Can't say I enjoyed that.
Taking out their all specs ready to scan. Activating all specs in front. Protecting my set of mine. Reloading. Throwing shock grenade. Thought you could hide from an Astar.
Oh yeah, double tactical mod. Let's go, let's go.
Presence on the battlefield. You may be in for a challenging fight. You will meet the threat head on.
Oh, it's only a double Carnifex this time. Probably can happen now. They removed the triple boss spawns from these waves.
Carnifex! Take it down! Commencing all space scan. Shock grenade!
Oh yeah, look at that. That value.
You must eliminate high priority enemies. Keep your attention on the strongest threats. Pathetic tyranny. Picking up at Usbek's prime. Rearming.
Very cool. Turn it off.
Bring down their strongest enemies first.
Hey. Whoa, hello. I did your friend, you're next. Let's see this again. I can't buy these. They want. I'm gonna camp over here because if we can actually able to bring it to this spot, I can kill it quite easily with a little risk to myself. So.
Mark this position. Check your aim. Focus on the man defending.
I felt that.
You are fertilizing.
Made my ammo boxes before this guy takes them all. So, alright. Guy really does not want to bring the boss to it. Alright, finally, at last. What's that? It's a team game? That's crazy. They all died.
This battle, neutralize the major threats. Eliminate high priority enemies. All specs ready to scan. Shock grenade, loot.
And when Carnifex comes over here, when he comes over here, he's going to be met with the same fate as all of these guys, just getting melted to death.
Prioritize the larger threats.
So, that'll be cool when it happens. Or not. Or we get gunned down.
If I fall,
Put myself in the worst spot for that. I'm gonna get behind this pillar. All they had to do was bring the fucking Carnifex over at any point in time. It would have been okay, but no. No, we have to fight him out in the middle of the fucking street.
Controlling the battle means removing priority enemies. Nowhere left to dig now. Dispensing's forward. A brother has fallen. Scoreboard, keep your attention on the strongest threats.
Not like this. That was close. I almost got comboed there. See, that's why Fortitude is a must pick for the prestige perks on this class, because you would just blow up. You would explode mercilessly. Pathetically, really. Difficult for the prestige perk. Also why I bought those stims. Advanced conditioning definitely helped us there. Helping us a lot more. It's helping us a lot more than the MF Seal has, that's for sure.
Lictor has us in its sights.
Prioritize the more Syrian threat.
Fresh magazine in. The Emperor's will is
I mean, they're free to come over to me whenever they want.
Keep your attention on the remaining threats.
Alright, I kinda wanna fight them up here if I can. These fucking Zangors have like a stupid amount. They must be fighting their bots right now, though. Oh, thanks. Heavy bot. Overperforming as always. I like how the bot's doing all that damage to this thing. It's not them, it's their bot. Alright, finally.
You must eliminate high priority enemies.
Heavy bot is the true teammate, true. Oh dear, they are dead. Yes, unforeseen. Very unfortunate for us. I'm just gonna move over here because I want to be up here. Wow, that sucks. At least he had advanced conditioning. That's a benefit to us. We have to use the stim there instead. Also would have been dead there if we didn't have a heavy bot.
Keep your attention on the strongest threats. Expect deep scan ready.
Priority threat eliminated. Stand firm against the remaining scum.
Sir, a second Helbrute has hit the Vanguard.
Armor filled with lies and actions.
That's
Justice for turning against your brothers.
why no guardsmen purchased? Because they're trash. Total waste of points.
Changing magazine.
They don't do much at all, and actually they make your game worse at times by just splitting waves in ways you don't want.
All specs engaged. Heresy led you to this end. Fresh magazine in. shock grenade. Your miserable life ends in disgrace. Reloading. Full specs trying. A brother has fallen. Commencing all specs scan. Rearming. Scarab pump serval defeated. Silence that sorcery spewing wretch.
That's the best red color to wear for Blood Angels. Just the Mephiston reds. Those are the innate one. There's quite a few reds to choose from though. Also, as up in arms as people get about like colors for chapters, the whole point of like painting your miniature army is that you can give your guys like flair, because not every single team member is going to be like 100% compliant to the codex at all times, as we see all the time in Warhammer. Might sometimes might have like a slightly different shade. That's the fun. But like as far as like heraldry for markings go, that's where like it's a lot of hard work. Like, that's like doesn't make a whole lot of sense to hit one member of the Blood Angels and be like, I will not put my chapter marking on the left knee. You'll be on my right knee, because I said so.
Shock grenade, move. Justice.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He died to my shock nade.
Scanning.
We'll just sit right over there on the grab. Alright, this guy's gotta die. If he doesn't die, we're gonna be here for 5 business days.
Changing magazine. Injecting stints.
Oh.
Terminator in sight. Nice reload. Ammunition cache here. Reloading. Deploying shock grenade.
Alright, where's the
Heresy led you to this end.
that sorcerer at?
Activating all specs advanced. Throwing shock grenade. Your primitive tactics. Your miserable life.
Did they get the sorcerer finally? No, he's still down here.
Slay that sorcerer, brothers.
He's up there. Okay.
All specs prime.
You've inspired me. I re-download this game when my health restriction subsides. I'll probably try to invest some time into it. What past? Who are you? What do you know? Your heretical past may be forgiven. That's true. Guys, Weeb is an old guard.